Buckle up, space fans. Imagine an asteroid as massive as 4 Eiffel Towers hurtling towards us. It's a mind-blowing scenario that could have grabbed your attention with those eye-catching headlines. But fear not, we're here to put the brakes on this cosmic crisis, at least for now. Get ready for a blast from the past. 66 million years ago, a massive asteroid named Chicxulub crashed onto Earth, and we all know how that story ends. No more dinos. Scientists are watching our skies closely, wondering if history might indeed repeat itself. So, what's the cosmic connection to nuclear explosions in space? And surprisingly, which prehistoric reptile could hold the secret to saving humanity from extinction? Imagine a world-shattering disaster, an asteroid 12 kilometers across, hurtling towards us like a cosmic freight train. The bad news is our atmosphere can't even slow it down. This behemoth will smash into Earth at full speed. The impact would create a massive crater around 170 kilometers wide and send shockwaves through the planet, sending hundreds of jagged rock pieces flying everywhere. No matter how deep your underground bunker, if you're in the epicenter when it hits, it's game over. Picture this, an intense flash of light, so bright it blinds you in an instant, followed by a blast wave that rips through everything within hundreds of kilometers, leveling buildings and triggering devastating tsunamis worldwide. But hold on, there's even more. The aftermath is what truly terrifies scientists like Doug Robertson from the University of Colorado. According to him, the biggest threat isn't just the initial asteroid impact, it's the debris that gets thrown into space during the explosion. This deadly rock can soar up to 70 kilometers high, and then, get this, come crashing back down to Earth just 40 minutes later. Imagine a sky ablaze with thousands of tiny fireballs, each one unleashing a blast of intense heat that sets everything around it up in flames. This catastrophic scenario actually led to the mass extinction event 66 million years ago, wiping out most of our beloved dinosaurs. Fast forward to today, and we're looking at a potentially equally devastating outcome if such an asteroid impact were to occur now. The question is, how likely are we to face this fiery apocalypse? Could Earth's future really be threatened by the remnants of a colossal space rock? But what if I told you a massive space threat was looming over our planet? NASA's top experts agree, the risk is higher than we think. That's why back in 1992, the US government set a 25-year mission for NASA to spot 90% of giant near-Earth objects measuring over 1 kilometer. The stakes are high because these massive asteroids could unleash destruction across thousands of kilometers, crippling our communication networks and even satellite navigation. Can you imagine life without GPS? Right now, we've got a team effort going on in space monitoring, multiple programs working together to keep us safe. So far, they've identified about half of near-Earth objects measuring 140 meters or more. But that's just the beginning. NASA is getting ready to blast off with the NEO-Surveyor infrared telescope. This powerful tool will scan our surroundings within a massive 50 million kilometer radius and pinpoint all objects larger than 140 meters, using not one but TWO cutting-edge infrared channels. Talk about state-of-the-art technology. But that's not all. The NEO-Surveyor will give us a whole picture. Not only can it spot asteroids, but also measure their size, reveal their composition, and track their speed and trajectory in real time. Imagine if the dinosaurs had this tech, they could have seen that asteroid coming. So, what can we do if an asteroid is heading straight for Earth? The good news is scientists already know how to tackle the situation. First off, we could try to blast that asteroid out of the sky, literally. A nuke might do the trick, but hold up. Let's not go nuclear just yet. Blowing it up comes with a catch. The leftover pieces can still cause chaos when they hit Earth. No pressure, though. Luckily, there's another way to save the day. But wait, we've got another trick up our sleeve. Instead of just blowing it up, what if we nudge that asteroid off course and give it a wide berth? Imagine redirecting it like a cosmic game of pool. NASA's already gearing up for the ultimate test. Their Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART mission, is about to crash into a small asteroid called Dimorphos this September. By smashing into it, they'll see if they can actually push it off its original path and onto a safe trajectory. If it works, we could have an amazing new tool in our asteroid fighting arsenal. But hold up, let's not get too excited just yet. The tiny asteroid Dimorphos is only about as wide as a giant skyscraper is tall, and our spacecraft, DART, is basically a small car trying to move a massive mountain. It's like trying to stop a speeding truck with a toy bike. The scale difference is mind-boggling. Just think about it. If we needed an asteroid-deflecting spacecraft as big as a football stadium to take down an asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs, well, let's just say our chances of success might be smaller than winning a lottery. The good news is, despite our spacecraft being tiny compared to the task at hand, scientists are actually pretty confident that with current technology and warning systems, we wouldn't be caught off guard by a massive asteroid. With years of advance notice, we'd have time to get creative. Think underground bunkers stretching way deeper than your average subway tunnel, about 5 kilometers down into Earth's crust. It might sound like something from a sci-fi movie, but hey, with the right planning and preparation, humanity could very well outsmart even the biggest space threats. Of course, the harsh reality is that not everyone would make it into those underground bunkers. There just wouldn't be enough room for every single person. And let's face it, having a gun might help you get a spot, but it won't exactly guarantee a smooth transition back to normal life once all this is over. The aftermath of the impact would leave us in a world with its own brand of disaster. For about 10 long years, ash and dust particles would blanket our skies, blocking out sunlight entirely. Imagine an instant drop in temperature of up to 28 degrees Celsius. It's a chilling thought that push our planet into a deep freeze, effectively killing off all plant life. It's not just the initial blast we're worried about, but the prolonged darkness and icy grip that would follow, changing Earth as we know it. As time slowly passes after the catastrophic event, new survivors would start to emerge, herbivores first, then carnivores taking over the food chain. It's clear that those who'd make it through this devastating scenario are those who were prepared long before disaster struck. History has shown us a perfect example of how survival can depend on adaptability and being ahead of the game. Take dinosaurs, for instance. While many were wiped out in the asteroid impact, some feathered species started evolving into birds much earlier, giving them an edge when it came to survival. Being smaller in size, these early bird ancestors didn't need as much food, allowing them to thrive even when other larger dinosaurs struggled to find sustenance. Just before the asteroid's massive blow, some feathered dinosaurs took a pivotal step towards their future success. They developed sharp beaks, allowing them to feast on a diverse diet of insects, seeds, nuts, and more. They adapted to their environment and became omnivorous, setting themselves up for survival no matter what came next. And here's the thing, if we were to find ourselves in a similar bunker situation, food would not last forever. We'd need to think beyond our initial supplies. The issue is that without sunlight, growing crops or raising livestock becomes impossible. That leaves us with one major option: mushrooms. These underground fungi could potentially be our lifeline in the dark depths of a catacomb. To increase your chances of making it through a catastrophic event like an asteroid strike, you've got a two-part plan. First, adapt like those feathered dinosaurs did. Diversify your diet to include almost any source of nutrition, including some not-so-appealing options. Scientists think that in the aftermath of such a disaster, our protein sources will be limited, and humans might turn to cockroaches as an unlikely but reliable food source, since they're predicted to survive the initial impact. Now, we know this isn't exactly everyone's cup of tea. Let's dive into another scenario. Imagine being trapped with hundreds of others in a bunker after an asteroid hits. At first, everyone seems friendly, but the reality sets in when resources get scarce. The survival game begins. If you've got a gun and no qualms about using it to secure food or safety, your chances might slightly increase, but this raises bigger questions. Could humanity's darker side lead to our downfall? Elon Musk has a pretty alarming prediction. A massive asteroid impact could bring our civilization crashing down. He's not alone in worrying about an unshielded Earth. We're still lacking a reliable defense system for when the next big one comes knocking. So, apocalypse prep aside, what would you do if disaster struck? Share your survival strategies with us in the comments below. And for more on how an asteroid of this magnitude could change our world, don't miss out on our latest video. Imagine if the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs was just a tiny tot compared to what's looming.